My name is DavidPatrickFagan and welcome back. In this first part of the In My Humble Opinion series, I'm going to focus on effective leadership. And I've put together a series of slides and some discussion points which many of you will recognize. Some of you maybe already unconsciously use many of the soft skills which I'm going to touch on to great advantage. But it certainly helped me in my career, and I'm looking forward to sharing them with you and continuing the discussion after you've been through the series. Thanks again. It's a fact that most inventions or innovative creations are born out of necessity. This COVID crisis will spawn a new generation of leaders, a new wave of startups by exceptionally talented people previously languishing in the comfort zone of corporate employment and a monthly salary. COVID has unwittingly given birth to the movement of initiative, of innovation, previously only constrained by the notion that corporates have your back. The most important people in your business are your employees, not your customers. It's cliched, but happy employees are your best salespeople. And I'm not just talking about sales teams, I'm talking about your cleaning staff, your admin people, your finance team, drivers, HR, etc. Happy employees are loyal employees and will sell your business better than any salesperson or marketing expert. Managing staff is simple, and it also is not. A committed, focused and cohesive staff is the single biggest enabler to success, and the converse will destroy your business. Human beings are predominantly the same. We all want to be respected, to be treated fairly, to be valued and included. We want to feel secure in our relationships and in our jobs, and most people will give more than they take if these needs are met. Trust and respect in the workplace, as it is in life, is earned. And as leaders, there are several things that we need to do to create an environment where we are getting the very best out of our people. As effective leaders, it is imperative to advocate inclusivity, transparent communication and discussion. Everyone's opinion counts. We need to encourage the concept of team. People should not be afraid to ask for help. Your mantra should be, we win as a team and we fail as a team. The most common question I ask of my teams are, what can I do to help you? And if it means making a call or attending a meeting or personally delivering a piece of equipment to a work site, then so be it. And I expect the same from everyone on my teams. Not my job is something I will not tolerate. The process of building an effective workforce begins with a hiring process. The whole "you pay peanuts, you get monkeys" adage is 100% true in almost all cases. And if you do get the right candidate at rates well under market, he or she will probably not stay once the market corrects or their circumstances change. In many instances, a person will accept a low salary out of desperation, and unless you address this after their probation, they will very likely move on to something more aligned to their experience and value once it presents itself. Make hiring decisions which are equitable, which bring value to the business, but that also remunerate the candidate fairly. When interviewing, be very clear about the role and what the candidate is expected to do. Appoint a candidate with either the experience or the aptitude to quickly be able to execute the role. All too often the hiring process is budget driven, and in making concessions, inappropriate candidates are appointed. This is completely counterproductive. Not only will the candidate fail and leave or be terminated through non-performance in a very short space of time, but you will have lost that time and money spent on onboarding and training the candidate only to begin the process over. Do not set your new hires up to fail because you have hired somebody unsuitable to the role. Be aware of the cultural mix within your group before you begin the hiring process. The last thing you want to do is to bring in a person who clashes with your current team from an origin or a cultural point of view. A disruptive staff member can poison and disrupt an entire group with devastating consequences to your business. While money is important to all of us, we're all motivated by different things in the workplace. Some people are after money, others need stability and the opportunity to build a career. Some people want prestige and title or respect, while others need constant positive reinforcement. Some people can work without supervision, while others need to be driven and pushed. The point is that all of us are different. One of the strengths of an effective leader is the ability to read people, the ability to understand what works for every individual in your cohesive team so as to get the very best out of each individual. Another critical characteristic of highly functional teams is trust. Employees need to trust each other and, perhaps even more important, to to trust you as a leader. Your people need to know that you have their backs. Fear and fun. The one is toxic and the other is essential to the nurturing of high-functional teams. Do not tolerate the culture of bullying which is prevalent in the region. Eradicate the fear of more senior people in the organization. Everybody should be approachable. Eliminate the fear of saying the wrong thing. All opinions count and contribute to the overall success of the team. I cannot stress it enough. Promote transparent communication, discussion and contribution. It is critical to the success of your organization. Encourage the fun element. Teams that laugh together are far more inclined to support each other, to sacrifice for the common goal. Celebrate staff birthdays and the birth of children to employees. Personally call employees on their birthdays. Encourage the involvement in corporate team events, social upliftment projects, etc. Involve the families of employees. Get to know their names if possible. If they know you and understand your commitment to their husbands and wives as employees, they will be far more forgiving when you ask them to stay late or work weekends, believe me. Support an Employee of the Month initiative with a floating trophy changing hands at a monthly social event. Implement a system of the team voting for the monthly winner. Be involved as a team member and be available to your staff, whether they are your second in command or the cleaner or office boy. Compliment individuals or teams on a job well done. Celebrate the small victories as well as the large ones. Do not clock watch. Do not judge employees by how much time they spend in the office. Evaluate the employee's contribution on the quality and the quantity of the output of his or her work. Obviously there are roles, reception, accounts, etc., where employees need to be in on time and leave on time. But for the most employees, 15 minutes this way or that way is of little consequence. Be empathetic. Know your staff. Understand when they look stressed or unhappy or upset. Ask them what the issue is. If it is personal, be supportive. Send them home to deal with the issue if need be. Be a decent human being. Thank you for joining me on this session. I look forward to your feedback, your criticism, comments, and further discussion with each and every one of you. Thanks again.